How to get SVG thumbnails in Windows Explorer. I can open them in browser just okay. But how can I have thumbnails in the Windows Explorer? Edit. I installed Renesys Player as suggested by this answer, but it does not work for me, probably because I have 64-bit system.
Use this awesome SVG thumbnail shell extension which works fine in Windows July 8th 10, both 64-bit and 32-bit. SVG extension module for Windows Explorer to render SVG thumbnails so that you can have an overview of your SVG files. It is open source and free, what more can you ask for? On Windows 10 after installing, try changing your SVG file association, the open with. By changing it, something somehow gets refreshed, and it starts working.
Adobe Illustrator isn't the only way to do this, nor is it the best way to do this. See the post by Ed Deckard above. Follow the link he provided to the SVG Explorer extension. Download and install .software SVG Explorer extension, aka DSC. Once installed, open Task Manager and kill all instances of Explorer.exe. From the Task Manager menu, choose File, Run New Task menu. In the dialog box, simply type Explorer and hit OK. Note, please do the above step only if you're comfortable with killing and restarting processes through the Task Manager. If not, then simply reboot your system so that the new Explorer extension can load. From then on, all SVG images will show up as thumbnails in Windows Explorer. This extension has worked perfectly for me on both Win7_x64 and Win8_x64. In fact, I was recently pleasantly surprised to learn that it displays thumbnails for compressed SVGZ images as seamlessly as it does the non-compressed versions. Note, the 17th of July 2014. Per the comment by John Rash, if you can't see the SVG thumbnails after following the steps above, you can clear your icon cache using the following batch file. Copy this to rebuilderconcache.bat and run it as administrator. It will kill all Windows Explorer processes, which is required before you can delete the icon cache, then delete the icon cache, and, finally, reboot your system. Edit, the 8th of December 2015. As noted by user 1698811 below, the last line, shutdown RFT5D204, can simply be replaced with Explorer.exe, getting rid of the need to reboot. Edit, the 10th of March 2015. I know this question was asked about Windows 7, but I thought it would be useful to add instructions for Windows 8 and above. Windows 8 introduced a new icon and thumbnail cache system. Instead of a single file containing the entire icon cache, Windows 8 uses multiple cache files, based on the size and type of icon. These files are stored in %localappdata%\Microsoft\Windows\Explorer. As an example, the directory on my system includes the following files. As a result, in order to clear the icon cache in Windows 8 or above, you would need to delete all of the iconcache_star.db files in the above directory. Note that, in addition to the above files, Windows 8 still retains the %localappdata%\iconcache.db file. I honestly don't know if this file is used or not, but, to be thorough, it would be best to continue to delete that file as well. Therefore, for Windows 8 and above, we have the rebuilderconcache8.bat file as follows. Or as user 1698811 suggested. Which resets the icon cache without having to reboot.
Download and install the latest SVG Viewer extension, 32 or 64-bit. Download and run the rebuild_icon_cache.bat if you still cannot see the thumbs. Reboot your system. This works on Windows 8.1 Pro 64-bit.
In regards to the answer given by Geo, in the event someone needs to rebuild the icon cache.db and wants to give a go at not needing to reboot, try the following batch.
If you want to support the channel, do consider liking and subscribing.